Tripoli port has been running below capacity for years, but operators are anticipating that will soon change. The huge terminal is just 28 kilometers from the Syrian border, and the Lebanese government is positioning itself as a major player in the reconstruction of Syria. When the giant task of rebuilding the country destroyed by war will begin is anyone's guess. Fighting continues in northern and eastern Syria, as well as in small areas around the capital, Damascus. But after a series of major victories, President Bashar al-Assad and the Syrian government is looking increasingly likely to retain power over large areas of the country, introducing an element of stability into economic forecasts not projected by economists since the war started 6 years ago.
The reconstruction of Syria dimension has been so much in the news lately. This has given a lot of hype, if you want, to the role that Tripoli can play, and this hopefully will serve our interests.
Tripoli port is nearing the completion of the first phase of an expansion project first drawn up in 2009, then revised last year with an eye on Syria's reconstruction. Regeneration of the port hasn't gone unnoticed by allies of the Assad government, including Russia's ambassador to Lebanon, a VIP visitor on a recent government-organized tour. The World Bank estimates it'll cost around $200 billion to rebuild Syria. For Lebanon, that could be just the economic stimulus that it needs. For the past 5 years, its economic growth rate has hovered at around 1.5%, and it's hoped that this port will lead the way in bringing those numbers up. The Lebanese government estimates Syria's construction boom will create a demand for 30 million tons of cargo capacity annually, which has already led to around $400 million of capital investment in the port.
Tripoli port is one of the most important ports in the Mediterranean Sea, so this port will attract a lot of workers from this area, and it will also attract a lot of investors.
Tripoli is widely associated with poverty and neglect. The port's revival could bring in thousands of new jobs and millions in revenue to the area, as well as stimulate Lebanon's overall economic growth. But that hinges on a peaceful settlement in Syria that will pave the way for reconstruction. And despite President Bashar al-Assad's gains in recent months, peace still seems a long way off. Imtiaz Tyab, Al Jazeera, Tripoli, in northern Lebanon.